professionals from Pensacola to Key West and every county in between. We represent 144,000 members across the state. We are so proud and honored to have been the first labor union to come out and endorse Gwen Graham. So let me just tell you a little bit about this is our Educators for Gwen Graham. We are educating the vote. That's what we call it. We are complying with the law for everybody, just so we're all clear on that. We are educating the vote for Gwen Graham, and we are asking our members to get out and vote for Gwen Graham, because we know that far too long, students across this state and educators across this state have been penalized and blamed for everything under the regime that's been here for far too long. Grading of schools, underpaying of our teachers and our educational staff professionals. When we elect Gwen Graham, no more. That ends day one when Gwen becomes elected. So, absolutely. So she is our choice. It was a no-brainer, really, to get out for her. And the FEA, I have my secretary-treasurer right there. He's right here, Luke Flint. We brought some teachers on the bus. Vanessa Skipper from Broward, Kristen Costello from Palm Beach, Nick M, because Nick has a really cool last name, Nick M from Okeechobee, Mary Slavin's here somewhere, there you are, from Martin. We have Cartier Scott from Palm Beach as well.
Hey.
Rosie Garrido from Seminole is an education staff professional. Did I hit all my teachers? I didn't miss anybody, right?
Yeah, no.
Matt. Oh, Matt joined the party in Miami. So Matt,
late on the bus.
He joined the party in Miami, and you're from Martin.
Yes,
also running from House. So these folks have been with us all day. So this has been a journey of love for us. We started in Palm Beach, we went to Miami, and this is our last stop today. Because this is what we know. To win a governor's race, South Florida has to show up in large numbers.
Amen, amen.
And we are counting on you to do just that. And so we at the FEA have a slogan that we say, me plus 3. We should vote ourselves, but we should take 3 people to the polls with us.
That's all.
That's right.
Well, that's what we're just fill it in. But seriously,
when they
in
make
all
the fraternity,
we need our educators, our teachers, and our educational staff professionals in the FEA. We vote at the 85% level, but our family members only vote at the 60% level, and our non-union colleagues only vote at 40% level. So we can make the difference. We lost the last 2 governor races by a nanosecond. We are not going to be there this time. We are not. I see some representatives, representative from Miami. She rode the bus with us the whole time. She's our trooper. She's our champion. Barbara Watson.
Senator Steve Geller. What other? Representative Evan
Jennings is in the back.
Howard Foreman. Where are you, Howard?
I'm here.
Oh, Richard Stark, yes.
So all of you have come out, and we appreciate that so much.
Nan Rich. Nan Rich. I said Senator Nan Rich.
So we have lots and lots of folks here.
Thank you.
But really, who I want to introduce, outside of you, but you're. So what's really cool for us is that the former governor, former senator from Florida, said to me one day, he says, let's do a bus tour. And I'm like, okay. So here we are. And so Senator Bob Graham, our beloved governor from this state, he was magnificent for us when he was governor. Yes. He was magnificent for us as a senator. If we had 2 senators from Florida that could do that now, wouldn't that be amazing? Yes. But I'd like to turn it over to the senator so he can talk a little bit more personal about his daughter. So Senator.
Woo! All right.
the family's going to crumble.
The world would have been a better place.
You're here to hear from the current generation of Grahams. My daughter Gwen. We come from a long family of educators. My mother was a teacher. My wife was a teacher. 2 of our 4 daughters were our teachers. Gwen worked for 7 years in the Leon County school system. So education is in our blood. The first group that endorsed me when I ran for governor in 1977 was the Florida Education Association.
Wow.
Good luck.
But,
Trendsetters.
Yes, exactly.
I just wanted to talk about a couple of things that are not got much attention in this campaign. One is that in order to put your ideas into place, to make a difference, you know what? First, you've got to win. Gwen is the only candidate on the Democratic side who has actually competed against an incumbent Republican, an entrenched Republican Tea Party member of Congress, and won.
Woo!
She knows how to win an election. She will know how to win in November. The second thing is that once you get elected, you've got to have some personal and political skills to get things accomplished. The Congress every 2 years is evaluated by Georgetown University, its individual members, on their effectiveness. How well are they able to bring people together to get things accomplished? In Washington these days, there aren't a lot of people who are competing for that. But Gwen was selected as the most effective member of the 27 members of the Florida House delegation, and the 8th most effective member of the 435 members of Congress. So again, in a very partisan situation, which is what she's going to face as governor of Florida, Gwen has been able to demonstrate effectiveness. So I think that those are important, practical, can she get the job done factors that I would hope would be influential on the voters in Broward County and across Florida as they decide who they want to break this 20 years of Republican rule. I believe that person clearly is Gwen Graham. I have no bias, no prejudice.
That's right.
I'm so happy that you are here on this beautiful afternoon to give her a chance to meet you and for you to know a little more about the kinds of things to which she will apply her electability and her ability to get things done. It's my great honor to introduce Adele Graham's daughter.
All right. Yes!
Yes!
Win, Gwen, win!
Yes, I love you all. Everybody here ready to win this election?
Yes!
10 days from now is the primary, and I can't wait. I can't wait to be standing on stage on that evening talking about what we're going to do from August 29th forward to November 6th to make sure that we put the state back in the hands of people who care about her again.
Yes!
Who care about Florida. Yes, who care about Florida, who care about the people of Florida, because that's why I am running. But let me tell you something, a little bit about how important this is to me to be standing here in front of this incredible bus, the endorsed candidate by the Florida Education Association, because I am running for public education. It is the reason I am running for governor, because public education is the backbone of everything that we do here in the state of Florida, and it has been under attack for the last 20 years. So Joanne knows the story. She was on the other side of the phone when it happened, but I want to tell you about an evening. I was actually at an event here in South Florida, and I had been notified that Joanne was going to be calling the candidates with news, either good news or not so good news. And I had told the people at this event that if I got this call, that I was going to have to go out and take the call immediately. So I'm in the midst of my remarks, and the crowd was just so engaged. And then I see down at my phone that Joanne is calling. I literally dropped the mic and ran out the front door. And when Joanne told me that the Florida Education Association had made the decision to endorse our candidacy, I can't even begin to tell you how much it meant to me personally and to our campaign. Because to have the educators across the state of Florida behind us means more than I can say, because I'm going to fight every day for you.
Yes.
For the educators. How many educators here in the crowd? I know a lot of you. Well, thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do. Educators are my heroes. So I'm doing something, I'm sorry I keep hitting your microphone, you're doing really well. So I'm doing something, some of you may have heard of these before, work days. Anybody heard of work days?
I heard of them some time ago.
So, yes, so work days are the greatest part of campaigning. I love them so much because not only do you learn about the job, but more importantly, you build friendships and relationships. And friendships and relationships is the backbone of everything that we do in life, right? Everything we do. So the day before I announced I was running for governor, I did a work day at Carroll City Senior High. And now this is a school that has some unique challenges. But I was so excited. I walked in that morning with the students and the teachers and the administrators, and I spent a full day working there at Carroll City and learning from them and listening to everyone there. The highlight of the day for the students was lunchtime when I worked the cafeteria line, and I gave 8 chicken nuggets instead of 5. The end of the day, though, I had a young man come up to me and he said, "Oh, now here comes the sun. We were so worried about the rain. Is there shade anywhere that we can move? I tell you what, let's all move this way. Let's move this way. Say hi, everybody. We're live.
Yay!
Gwen, good example of leadership.
Pardon? Yes, I don't want everybody to stand out in the sun. Come on, everybody, everybody. So let me finish my story about Carroll City. So at the end of the day, Howard, I want to wait for you. No, don't run. At the end of the day, I had a young man come up to me, and he said, Miss Gwen, I have been at a D or an F school my whole life. And you could tell how hurt he was by this. He said, I feel like I've already been labeled a failure, that I'm not going to be able to achieve everything I want to in my life. And you know, I knew at that moment that I was running for governor for that young man and for so many across the state of Florida who deserve to be supported in their educational dreams. So I'm running for governor to make sure that no student ever feels that the state of Florida has labeled them a failure. We're going to end the grading of schools because it's not grading, it's degrading. We're going to end the high-stakes standardized testing cultures that has taken over our schools. Because you know what? We need to have information in teachers' hands so that they can develop educational plans. It's not what this high-stakes standardized testing culture is doing for our students and doing for our educators. So we're going to put educators, Joanne, back in charge of education.
Yeah! Woo!
We're going to bring art and music. And any band parents here? I'm a proud band mom. I went to the football game.